Our Chairman of the Board of Directors for Reaching Out Community Services, Mr. Jerry O'Mara.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Rex Manor.
Stewie, it's got to come up.
Welcome to the 5th Annual Gala of Reaching Out Community Services.
Reaching Out, 5th Annual Dinner Gala for the fight against hunger, a benefit to fill empty plates. Your presence tonight is certainly a testament to that, so thank you all for your support. Thank you. To all the wonderful volunteers who dedicated their time and effort to this gala, especially Kimberly Fasano, Rocco Coluccio, Joyce Hino, Donna Legrano, and Nick Danza and family, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the founder and executive director of Reaching Out, a servant to the needy, Tom Neville.
Thank you, Linda. Linda, really, if it wasn't for Linda being my administrative assistant, I talk very loud, so you can probably bring it up. I probably wouldn't get half of the things done in all these years. We've been very fortunate, but after 23 years, to put a plate out for each individual that came to our organization and each family that came to our organization. Right now, there's 4,800 families that are registered with the Reaching Out organization. And that's why we do a benefit like this, because we don't want to serve them an empty plate, just like we're sitting tonight, and we're expecting to have a full plate. For most of these people that come to our organization, they're hoping that we're going to give them a full plate and not an empty plate. Unfortunately, there's times when we had to do that because we had no choice, because there's so many people and there's not enough supplies. Tonight I want to thank you for being here, for supporting me. We're so fortunate. For Kim Fasano, where are you, Kim? My public relations liaison. I don't know where she is, but you're probably going to see her. I spoke to her already. She volunteered her time to help us to bring this organization to a different level, to let people recognize the fact that hunger should not have to be happening, especially in our community. So we're trying to do something about that. So we're thankful for everybody here that supported this event. We thank you for the churches and organizations that really came together to enable us to feed these families, because we have to end that silent shame of hunger in our community.
Our first honoree tonight is Sister Joan DiRienzo, Principal of St. Bernadette School.
Sister Joan, we wanted to honor you because you have done a phenomenal job in our community. The people that you have helped, the dedication you have in your heart.
Our second award goes to New York's dedicated, the DSNY Brooklyn 13 Garage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sanitation department did a phenomenal job, especially throughout the hurricane season, right here in Coney Island. We have honored the Brooklyn 13 Garage because they were our closest neighbors. As we've been helping in Coney Island, these guys went beyond their commitment to their regular job to help other people. Of course, I'm also retired from that, but really, they did a phenomenal job, and that's why we wanted to honor that garage, because we're thankful for what they do.
Our next honoree, New York's bravest, the FDNY units in Battalion 43.
Hurricane Sandy was just that type of event that demanded more. I am proud of the effort put forth by my units, but not surprised by it. In my nearly 35 years of service with the fire department, I have grown accustomed to my co-workers going the extra mile and getting the job done.
Our next honoree, the commanding officer of the 60th Precinct, Inspector Peter de Blasio. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Detective John Devandro of Community Affairs. Come on up, John. Can Billy Gavin and Vic Torres come up as well?
During Superstorm Sandy, the 6-0 community was devastated in Coney Island. I'd like to thank my colleagues in the fire department and also in the sanitation because they did a great job of supporting us. For those of you that don't know it, the police and the fire department are next to each other on West 8th Street. The weather got so bad down there that we had 8 feet of water in front of that location. We each had to abandon our buildings. So I'd like to thank Reaching Out because they performed a service that mainly nobody else was. And they were taking care of the people who had no food. We had nothing in Coney Island for a long time. It was tough. We had over 200 cops a tour just making sure that we didn't have riots down there. No electricity. Most of us were also devastated personally as well as professionally. So it was a very, very trying time. So Reaching Out, I'd like to thank you, Tommy, and your organization for everything that you do to help us.
Our next honoree is a twofer. City Councilman Vincent Gentili and City Councilman Dominic Recchia. Gentlemen, please come up.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you very much. And I'm pleased and proud to be among the honorees tonight. Congratulate the other honorees, including my colleague, Dominic Recchia. You know, I often see all the work that you do, Tom, and everybody at Reaching Out, and I often wonder, how do you do it day in and day out? And you know, you always ask us to try to raise you some more money, and but I know you don't do it just with money, you do it with compassion. And that's what makes it work every single day. That compassion that I see at Reaching Out, absolutely.
You did a great job. People don't know how many people you fed. People were waiting online. And it was because of this wonderful organization that people were able to survive. And I just have to say thank you, Tommy. Thank you to your staff. Thank you to everyone who worked with you.
Our next honoree is Lucy Manorino.
Lucy, we just thank you for your love, the way you handle people, the commitment that you have given to Reaching Out. You're a pleasure to work with, and we just want to share a plaque of appreciation with you tonight as well.
Our next honoree, Mr. Michael Napolitano.
Michael's been helping Reaching Out for the longest time, been part of the board of directors for Reaching Out, Lieutenant Governor of now the Kiwanis Club for the last 2 years. Yeah. When Michael found out that we were actually doing the hurricane stuff and we bring all kinds of supplies, we had the food, but we didn't have the supplies. He made some calls, and we had 2 large U-Haul trucks full of all types of supplies through the Kiwanis. And we were so thankful for what you did because we really didn't have much supplies when it came to that. And you helped so many people, so many families with what you've done. Everything that the Kiwanis...
Our next honoree, Shrine Church of St. Bernadette.
We are very thankful, Father, for what the church actually does for our community, for our organization. The food drives that your church does, when we have a Christmas outreach. The commitment that you have given to our organization helps us to be committed to the families that need us. And we're very thankful for what St. Bernadette does. St. Bernadette.
Our next honoree, Mr. Michael Taylor, the Garrison Beach Cares.
Thank you, everybody. I'm truly, truly honored to even be known by an organization and incredible people that are doing things to help so many needy people.
Our next honoree, ladies and gentlemen, is Miss Mary Jo Tobin.
It's our pleasure to introduce to you a woman who has and is dedicating her life to finding loving homes for our furry friends, which are dogs and cats, of course, and is an advocate and voice for the rights of animals. A woman who will drive miles and miles to pick up or bring an animal to you, or personally bring home an animal who was lost. A A woman who has found the time to do pet food drives for our organization while conducting her own adoption event. A woman who...
Last but certainly not least, of our honorees tonight.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to introduce to you an outstanding teacher and student council moderator. This woman is a member of the Catholic religious community and is part of the elite group of educators at St. Bernadette. This woman's strengths and motivation are definitely inspired by a higher being. She has showcased her wisdom, knowledge, and guidance not only here in our community, but across the states. She has been instrumental and involved on the front lines of devastation due to Hurricane Sandy. She is Sister Shirley Traynor.